Bricks and Minifigs has responded to part 3. They released a statement on their website. We're going to go over that, but we're also going to go over something that was just recently unveiled by another channel on YouTube. It's Lus. And there are leaked emails revealing more corruption in the American Fork Police Department. More corruption. That is right. If you didn't think there was enough corruption already, we got you covered because there's more. It just keeps coming. It's just never ending. You're not going to believe it, but the person, her name is Jamie Stowers, is the American Fork PD's sergeant's wife. So the sergeant who runs that police department, his wife handles the body cam footage. So Reckless Ben, who's been trying to do the right thing, and on top of that, he had to pay for this footage. He had to pay $1,800 for body cam footage. I don't know why this isn't just public record that you can get for free, but apparently you got to pay for it. But on top of paying $1,800 for this footage, the sergeant is completely in control of the footage because his wife is in charge of the footage and redacting the body cams. And to all the people out there, I've seen people in the comments saying, you can't just say it's always corruption. It's not just always corruption. Okay, maybe sometimes it's not corruption. Sometimes people go conspiratorial. I'm not disagreeing with that. However, there's also other times where it is corruption. And the deeper that you dig, the more it gets revealed and the more that gets uncovered. And that's what's going on now. So to all those people saying not everything's corruption, man, shut your ass up. So it goes on to say here, Jamie Stowers is the city records specialist. Adam Stowers is the American Fork PD sergeant. Both appear by name and role in the Utah Public Employee Compensation Registry, and they live together. They co-own one American Fork residential parcel together, a residential lot in American Fork held jointly since 2020. This is a police department operating like some sort of cliquey high school. There has to be some sort of discipline for this police force, because to have your wife in charge of your own body cam is an assault on our democracy. So yeah, I recommend everybody goes to Lus, L-U-S, YouTube, if you want to go through all the leaked emails. But essentially, they're just screwing with Reckless Ben. They're constantly telling, hey, we'll get you the body cam footage by this date. That date passes, they don't have it. Ben's really kind about it. He's acting really polite. And this just keeps going on. Email after email. The wife of the sergeant just completely screwing with Reckless Ben and just leading him astray. And at one point, they actually offered to just refund it. They said like, oh, actually, because there's a case going on right now, can we just refund you the $1,800? They're just trying to get off on everything. They're trying to absolve themselves of any responsibility. And this is what the FOIA was created for. The FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act in 1966. This is what it was for. It was supposed to make a more transparent community, a more transparent America. Instead, you've got $1,800 being paid. You have the wife of the sergeant manipulating the footage and editing the footage, and then you just have them trying to refund the $1,800 and not give the footage at all. So this really needs to be looked into, and Reckless Ben should consider suing on this as well. We're going to review the statement from Bricks and Minifigs. So they released a statement. It said, Bricks and Minifigs, an update on brand improvements and pending litigation. So they started off by saying, at Bricks and Minifigs, we understand trust is earned through actions, not just words. Trust is earned through actions, not just words. How comical. At this point, everybody, it really feels like Bricks and Minifigs is just trolling us. After everything they've been through, after everything they've been exposed about, they come out with, we understand trust is through actions and not words. And I think what it really comes down to is the CEO. There's a great quote, and that quote is, the fish rots from the head. Anytime you have a situation like this, usually it's coming from the person at the very top, and that is Ammon McNeff. He is the one that is orchestrating this whole situation. He is the one that has destroyed Bricks and Minifigs, and most likely he is the one coming out with this whole trust is earned through actions, not just words. We've seen him on TV going on his little PR campaigns. What's unfortunate is people like this manage to get to very high positions in life through lying and through sociopathic behavior. And if you've never seen somebody who's a sociopath, you're seeing it in real time right now. They have no trouble lying. They have no trouble manipulating the truth, and they'll look you dead in the eye and they'll shake your hand and do it. All right, so moving on here with the Bricks and Minifigs statement. Goes on to say, over the past several weeks, we've heard from customers, franchise owners, Lego enthusiasts, and other community members who care deeply about our brand. Yeah, we do care deeply about Bricks and Minifigs. We care deeply about removing you, and you need to step down and be thrown in jail. That's what we care about. We know people have been concerned, frustrated, and disappointed by what they've seen and heard on social media. So already deflecting, not by our conduct. People aren't concerned and frustrated by what we've done. They're concerned and frustrated by what they've heard on social media. We also understand that for some people, this hasn't just been about one store situation. It raised broader questions about trust, accountability, communication, and how we protect the values that make Bricks and Minifigs special. Oh, you are special. You are a special type of vile human being that is essentially a demon. You guys are demons. Bricks and Minifigs isn't just another retail concept. We built our stores around creativity, childhood memories, family moments, collectors, and local communities. Because of that, customers rightly expect a higher level of care, transparency, and responsibility from us, something that we believe in. Ugh, disgusting. The cliches just keep piling up, but we know how you operate. We know how you act. You guys don't believe in any of this. You believe in extracting people and lying. That's what you guys believe in. That should be the motto. Bricks and Minifigs. We extract and we lie to do it. While much of the public discussion has been based on incomplete or inaccurate information, we also recognize simply correcting misinformation isn't enough. So they're on the correcting misinformation tour. These guys operate like politicians. That's what happens when politicians get called out, the government. They don't say like, we made a mistake. They say like, there's misinformation out there, everybody, and we want to clear the air on the misinformation. So everybody like form a circle and get around and let's just clear the air. So then they talk about how they're improving operational improvements, increased operational support, improved franchisee qualifications, standardized inventory and trade systems. Just a bunch of bogus. Now, they do get into what they call the pending litigation. Some have asked why Bricks and Minifigs hasn't simply dropped the pending litigation connected to this matter. The answer is that accountability and integrity must run both ways. We remain open to a mediated, amicable resolution, and we don't view litigation as the preferred path. We're also not willing to submit to manipulation, threats, and unsupported accusations. You're a liar. You're a liar. That's it. Stop with this. They're doubling down. They're not even doubling down. They're tripling down all the way into the ground, into the dirt, until Bricks and Minifigs no longer exists. If you guys want a lesson on how to operate a company wrongly and how to destroy a company, this is it. However, we have a responsibility to protect our franchise owners, store teams, customers, and the brand from conduct we believe has crossed the line from fair criticism into harassment, misrepresentation, and targeted harm. So they said it started off as fair criticism, but it turned into harassment and misrepresentation. But I love the framing because they want to frame it like we were just trying to do the right thing from the beginning. And, you know, a lot of you guys had fair criticism, but then it turned into harassment, right? They want to reel you in with sympathy for them, like, oh, we were trying to do the right thing, but then we were attacked. So we've had no choice but to go through the legal process. Meanwhile, it's all been documented. You guys are bullies. You use your power and you use your money and connections to steal from people. That's it. That's all. If you think you're going to somehow navigate through all of this and come out ahead, you're crazy. And so they finally finish it with, what's next for Bricks and Minifigs? We know trust isn't rebuilt by just asking people to move on. It's rebuilt by listening, learning, changing, and showing through consistent action that the system is stronger than it was before. We remain dedicated to doing so. To our customers and communities, thank you for caring enough to speak up, ask the hard questions, and hold this brand to a higher standard. We hear you, and we're committed to earning and protecting your trust going forward. So again, with doubling down, again with more manipulation and lies, it just doesn't stop with this company. It's hard to read these statements because we've all seen what they've done, and yet they think we're stupid. They think we're dumb. This company is operating like a politician. It's operating like the government. They think that they can just continually feed us lies and that we're just going to go along with it. Well, you know, Bricks and Minifigs, they just said that they've been trying to do the right thing, and I agree with that, and I'm going to support Bricks and Minifigs. No, your business is over. Unless you want to step down and bring it to the community, that would be the most honorable thing to do. If Eamon McNeff said, hey guys, I suck, and I'm going to give the keys and I'm going to give this organization over to Reckless Ben, and you guys can run it and you guys can do the right thing, what's best for the Lego community. But that's not going to happen. So on a lighter note, I'm going to finish the video with some good news, and that's that Reckless Ben has signed to CAA. CAA is one of the most prestigious talent agencies in America, in Hollywood, and he has signed with them. So this is very good. It's going to give him more connections. It's going to give him more access to lawyers. And ultimately, CAA is going to try to protect their investment. Reckless Ben is their new investment, and he's facing charges of up to 15 years. So they're not going to let that happen. So some good news today with Ben Schneider signing with CAA. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see y'all on the next one.